Hi everybody, and welcome back to Book, Bliss and Chicks. I'm Ashley.
I'm Courtney.
And welcome to our third video of this triple feature. I swear we're done after this one. On this episode, we're going to talk about our TV show adaptions. It's going to be books that either I've read or she's read, TV shows that she's watched and we haven't read, or TV shows that I've watched and we haven't read. It's going to be a mix. It's not going to just be like books and TV shows, and it's not going to be like the same thing over and over. It's going to be mixed. So the disclaimer for this one is that it's going to have conversations of whether we would like things or if we wouldn't. So if you have your own opinion, keep it to yourself. You know, we don't want to argue with nobody. These are our opinions. This is our channel. So, you know, just keep your strong-headed opinions to yourself. The first topic is going to be TV show adaptions. And we're going to start off with talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty. The Summer I Turned Pretty is a trilogy by Jenny Han created into a TV show by Prime. It's a girl caught in a love triangle between two brothers as she deals with her first love, her first heartbreak during the perfect summer. I read this series.
I did not.
She did not. And based off of this, because this is what the show is about, not what the book is about. Based off of this, I don't think I would watch it.
Yeah, it's not giving that much.
It's giving very like minimal, very bland, very boring.
Yeah.
But based off of the TV show that I did get to watch, it was pretty good.
It was good.
I mean, the book that I read, Jesus Christ. Based off of the book series that I read, I would give it a shot. I did have some struggles reading that series, but I think I would give it a shot just because the book adaptions are usually better. That says a lot. They're usually better, so I would give it a shot.
Okay.
This is 3 books, 1 book per series. They just dropped the 3rd series this past month. So I think it is over.
Okay.
And I do think I would like to see the ending. She just doesn't end up with the correct brother, in my opinion. So I don't know if I could sit there and watch it.
Got you. Knowing that then you're not going to like the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the show would maybe give me a better feeling for the ending than the books did.
Okay.
But she ends up with the wrong brother, and that's all I need to say.
Have you watched any of the seasons or no?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't something that was like pulling my interest even after I read it. The next one is a Game of Thrones. I have not read and I have not watched. Don't come for me.
Crazy work.
Don't come for me.
I've watched this series like 6 times at least. Which is a lot, because it's a long series.
Yeah, it is. I have tried to watch the first episode maybe 3 or 4 times now, and I don't.
I will say, when you watch... So, the first time I watched this series, I kind of watched it a little botchy, because I started when... I forget what season they were on. Maybe season 2 or 3. I forget. But it was, like, early on. And so, I started it, and I was able to binge watch it in the beginning, because I was catching up. And then I caught up, and then I had to wait, like, every single episode.
Yeah.
And so then, I will say, like, it is kind of confusing. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of things you have to know. It's, like, one of those where it's really an in-depth series. But the second time watching it, I will say, rewatching it now is so much better. Just because you know the dynamics of everyone, you know who they are, you already kind of, like, you know what happens, but, like, you just understand it a lot better, where I felt like when I watched it the first time, I'm like, who is this random person? And then I'm like, who is this random person? And why is this happening? Like, because I hadn't read the book, so I didn't know anything about it.
So it says it's a multi-book series by George R.R. Martin. It is the depiction of 2 powerful families, king and queens, knights and renegades, liars and honest men, playing a deadly game for control of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros. It's to sit atop the iron... Whatever she just said. And to sit on top the Iron Throne, Martin is created as a co-executive producer and one of the writers for the series, whose shooting location includes Northern Ireland. Okay, I don't need any of that information.
Yeah.
I think based off of, like, the beginning part where it says kings and queens, knights and renegades, liars and honest men, I think I would want to watch it, but like I said, I tried and I just can't get into it. I do have the entire series of books, and them books are hefty, and they're little, and the words are little, and I don't think I could ever read it.
I don't think I could read it. I definitely, so the other thing too is it's something that's not really my normal type of show or something that I would pick. It was a show that someone recommended to me that I watched with them, so it's like I feel like if I had gotten it recommended to me and watched it by myself, I probably wouldn't have finished it. I think it's because I was watching it with someone else that I did, but I don't think I could read it just because of how confusing a lot of like the names are, because it is like older times, obviously. I don't think I would be able to read it.
For me, I made the mistake of reading Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And that feels like the same kind of genre,
Yeah.
like time and stuff. So I don't think after that mistake I could make the mistake of reading that big ass series. So I think I'm good.
I think it would be very very similar to that, which at that point it's like, okay, if I did the audio, but at that point if I'm going to do the audio, I'm just going to watch the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The next one is 13 Reasons Why, that I have read the book. You have read the book. We read it together.
We read it together.
And I watched more than season 1, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, I watched season 1, and I think I started season 2. I don't remember finishing it. It was not very memorable.
Yeah. So it says this is a YA novel by J. Asher. Hannah, a young woman who takes her own life. 2 weeks after her tragic death, a classmate named Clay finds a mysterious box on his porch. Inside the box are recordings made by Hannah, on whom Clay has a crush, in which she explains the 13 reasons why she chose to commit suicide. If Clay decides to listen to the recordings, he will find out why he is on it. If not, then it goes on to somebody else who definitely doesn't need to have it. And it's a heart-wrenching tale, and it's told through Clay and Hannah's dual narratives. I will say this book was so good.
I did like the book.
And the first season was so good.
Yeah, yep.
Everything after that was not it.
I just don't think it needed to be anything more than that.
Right.
I feel like the first season was enough. I loved the book, and I read the first time I read this book was back in like 7th grade, and I loved it then. And so then I was also kind of nervous when we chose to read it like last year, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how it's gonna hold up from 7th grade, and it was still great.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was written so well.
The show, it was a mistake to go past the 1 season. There's nothing to go off of. And they kind of just made it up, and it was really not good.
Like, just grasping at straws for, like, a concept. And it's just, like, it does not need to happen.
And it kept going back in the past, and it kept going into, the present, and it was just all over the place, kind of like the first one, but the first one had purpose.
Right.
So I just didn't like the second, third, how many ever seasons came after that.
Mm-hmm.
My sister does like it because, it has some important aspects of life.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't get into it. And
yeah.
It was
yeah.
The next one is Gossip Girl.
My favorite. I
have only watched. I can't finish that show.
Girl.
I know. I've tried, and you know what? I know it's good. Okay, I know it is. So don't come for me. I will eventually maybe try to finish it eventually, but I know it's good because my husband even was like, "What's happening?" And he's like, it was one of those shows where he wasn't trying to watch it with me, but he's over here like,
yeah,
but what's going on? I have not read a single book. I have not finished the show. I think I get up into the other girl. I don't know. I don't remember her name. The Ice Princess girl who just passed away.
Oh, Georgina.
When she comes into the show, and that's where I always stop. I was just like, oh my god, how many mean girls are in this show?
I mean, she doesn't stick around, so like,
I know.
That's you can be optimistic about that.
Woo!
I read this whole series in 7th grade. I read it in 8th grade. Then the show came out, I think when I was a freshman. I don't want to age myself. I think I was a freshman in high school. And it came out, and I've seen that show more times than I can count, honestly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I honestly should probably read the series again. See if it holds up.
So it says it's a multi-book series by Cecily. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of her name. High school is over for the privileged former students at an exclusive prep school on Manhattan's Upper East Side. But Gossip Girl still shares text messages, scoops on scandals, and heartache as the graduates embark on their futures, with some attending college and others focusing on careers. I can't pronounce that word that's there. Gossip Girl continues to stir the pot and feed any potential scandals, and still the identity of Gossip Girl remains a mystery. So I know that the show is them still in high school.
Yeah, the show is still them
So
in
the
high
books are
school.
them going into college.
No, they're still. I feel like I remember them still being in high school in the books.
Someone is lying.
Yeah.
Someone needs to help. But based off of this, I think I would watch it, and I have watched it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to read them though instead.
There's like 12 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not that big.
There's 13 of them because I wanted to buy them for her birthday, but that was just not in my price pocket. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I bought them.
Yeah, so it was fine.
I do have them. I do actually. That might be like a good one to get into to reread those because it's been so long.
I think if you don't like Magnolia Parts, that's what you should switch to because it's something you can fall back on that you know you've like already.
Yeah,
and it's a multi-book series that you can spread out.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just munch it all.
Yeah, depending on how it tracks.
The next one, we both read it together. It's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I watched a couple of the episodes.
I have only read it. I have not seen any of the episodes.
I do not like the show.
Really?
It doesn't match. It's very all over the place. It doesn't match. But this says it's a trilogy by Holly Jackson. Pip, a brilliant woman, is unsure whether schoolgirl Andy Bell was killed by her lover Sal 5 years ago. They must see how far they will go to protect Pip from learning the truth if Sal turns out not to be the murderer. The book was fantastic.
The book was so good.
And for the show not to exactly match is trifling.
I feel like that's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
Why are you buying the rights to film this if you're not going to
keep it the same way?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it has to be identical, but like
there's some things
that just should not change.
There's one part in the show where Pip is literally drinking with the Maxim guy. The guy that's literally, excuse us, a drugger and rape.
Yeah.
Like, he sexually assaults women by drugging them. So it's kind of like, what? Why? No.
What the hell?
No, it was all over the place. I'm going to give it another try eventually just because I know our next episode is going to be all about this series. So I want to give it another try. But I don't think I'm gonna like it. And it's literally just the one season. And I think it's 6 or 8 episodes. It's one of those Netflix shows, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, Siri. The next one, Pretty Little Liars. I have not read it, and I have not finished the show. It just drags along. It's too long, it's too much, and Ezra being with Arya is too much.
It's crazy work.
It's too much for me. And then I know that they all start switching boyfriends at one part, and I'm just like, no, I could never date someone my friend dated. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
If you guys are bestie poos, like y'all say y'all bestie poos, that's weird. That's too far for me.
Yeah. I had not read it, but I did watch the series.
It's too much.
I read it. I mean, I watched it when I got my wisdom teeth out the year after my freshman year of college. So I was feeling good while I was watching it. So, but yeah, I binged that shit. I watched that in like a summer.
I couldn't finish it because I understand, similarly to Gossip Girl, that they didn't have a single person to put like who the Gossip Girl was.
Yes.
So they didn't know who to put A as, and they just kept changing the direction in their mind, and it was pissing me off.
That
A was dead, but then she was alive, but then she was dead, and then she was really, really alive when she came back, and I was just sitting there like...
Yeah, that part was really annoying to me. I'm like, can we not switch this up? And I feel like that's what it is, where like people, the same thing with Gossip Girl, same thing with Pretty Little Liars, like when the audience figures out who it's supposed to be, they like want to change it, and at that point I'm like, just let it happen. Just write it or have it be how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because like I think originally for Gossip Girl it was supposed to be I think it was supposed to be like Serena's little brother or something, which would have made so much sense.
He knows everything.
He knows everything.
He's there.
Yeah, and he's not completely like in it. And so it's like, okay, yeah, people guessed it, but just like let it happen anyway.
I think it would have been brilliant if Chuck was
Gossip Girl.
I love Chuck. He's like the only reason why I want to watch it, but I know that he does some stupid ass shit, and I don't think I can watch him go down that drain.
Yeah, he's the most hated loved character in that
Yeah.
series.
So those are a couple of shows, books that were turned into TV shows. I'm gonna ask some questions, even though I've already asked some questions. I'm gonna ask some more. So for the summer, I turned pretty. We said based on that, what the summary was. I said I would not watch it, and you said you wouldn't watch it either.
No.
Why? Just because it was just minimal,
I
boring.
feel like the book just didn't hook me, and a lot of the times I like the books more than I like the adaptions. So I'm like, if I didn't already like the book, I feel like I'm just not gonna
Yeah.
love the show. And then also the same thing where like just knowing what you said of you don't think that she ended up with the right person. It's just like, why am I gonna watch all of this and
Yeah.
then not even like the ending?
I do want to watch it just because I did read the book. Like I said, she doesn't end up with the right brother, but I know that the other series she had, to All the Boys I Love,
Mm,
it was a perfect adaptation, but it was a movie, so maybe it should have been a movie instead of a TV show.
right.
Um, do you think this has the power to be a good show, or would it have, or should it have been a movie? I said it should have been a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Some books I feel like they should just be movies.
Yeah.
Like maybe 13 Reasons Why. Well, okay, never mind. We'll get into that.
What aspect of the book would I like to see the most in the show? If they didn't put it in the show, could the show still be successful? I think the most important part of the show, of the book, that would need to be in the show would obviously be when the mom passes away from
Hmm.
cancer. That's why I
Yeah.
said that it was kind of like The Summer I Turned Pretty for that other book you were reading.
Yeah.
Um, if it wasn't in the show, I think she would just have to have been like dead before,
Yeah.
or just died of mysterious causes. I don't think if they didn't put it exactly like that, that she died of cancer in it, it would be like that crazy. Because I think Connor was already going through it anyway, so I don't think it would have changed much if it didn't end up in the show.
Hmm.
What aspect of the book would I not like to see in the show? That she ends up with the wrong brother.
Yeah. Yep.
She should have ended up with Jeremy. Do I think all of the books need to be incorporated into the show? Yes, there's one book per season. And you
Yeah.
definitely need the last and the first one. I don't know if you really need the second one. The second one is when she's with the right brother, though, so
Yeah. You
it's my
get to
favorite.
enjoy that a little bit.
And then for Game of Thrones, this is for mostly Courtney.
Hmm.
Based on the summary, would this be a show that you wanted to read and that you want to read?
Reading, probably not. No.
No,
No.
me either. I don't think I could. Like I said, the book is short and the
Yeah.
pages are small.
I just know how complicated all of like the world building is, and I'm like, I don't think I would be able to read.
Yeah.
Like, I would be able to follow it now because I've watched the show so many times, but I don't think reading it I would be able to follow it.
So, it is said that the last season of the show does not follow the last book. That being said, do you think you need to read the book to get the closure you need for this show?
Honestly, I've thought about it because the last season of that show is fucking trash, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong. Wrong.
So, do you think you need to read the book to get the closure?
I feel like I just need them to refilm the last season and do it over.
But they won't.
But they won't. But it was terrible.
So, based off of that, do you think the show should have ended instead of getting the last season? Or was some closure better than nothing?
I feel like it shouldn't have ended because you got closure on things, but the closure was trash.
Gotcha.
So like, for example, the White Walkers, they're literally talking about these people the whole time, the whole show. Winter is coming, that's the whole motto. And then the White Walkers show up and they're like, we're dead. Like, they die. Yeah, like, they literally die so easily. Like, and like, the fight scenes were just filmed so terribly. Like, you know when you're watching a movie or a show and it's supposed to be dark out, but they really don't, like, actually light it enough where you can see? The whole fight scene was just in the dark. Like, I was like, I don't know what's happening. I can't even see. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be nighttime, but, like, at least still put some lights up so that I can see what's happening. And then, yeah, the whole thing with Daenerys and Jon Snow just pissed me all the way off. So,
Do you think a different streaming service could have handled the show, especially the last season, better?
see, I love HBO and I feel like they do a good job. So I would say no because I feel like they really did a good job with all the seasons, but I don't know where they dropped the ball. They ran out of funding or something.
Is there anything in the show that made you question why this became a show at all?
No.
No.
I feel like it's very well loved and a lot of people really enjoy it, so it makes sense.
Okay.
They definitely have their fandom behind them.
All right. So for 13 Reasons Why, this is for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the book and summary, would you have wanted this to become a TV show or a movie? I think, yeah, a movie.
I think a movie, right?
It would have been better.
Because, like, I feel like it doesn't need to have extra seasons. Everything could have been captured in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have gone better that way.
Yeah. I do like that the episodes are one per each tape.
Yeah.
But I think anything past season 1 would have been terrible.
Yeah.
And I think they saw how much money it made, so they try to, like, capitalize on that.
Right, because when I saw that they were making it a TV show, I was super excited.
Yeah.
I would have even preferred if they needed to do 2 seasons, like break up the I don't know, do something. Yeah. But yeah.
Based on the TV show, was this a successful adaptation and was it enjoyable? Like we just said, the first season.
Season 1, absolutely.
Everything else, no.
Yeah.
What aspect of the book would you like to see the most in the show? If they didn't put it in the show, could the show still be successful?
I don't know.
I think the most important part is Tony kind of low-key stalking Clay.
Yeah.
To make sure he's actually going, like,
going through with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think this is crazy that the SA parts needed to be included as well. Yeah. I don't think they needed to visualize them in the show, but I think they needed to be spoken of at least.
It could have been like a in the dark type of they're talked about but not Yeah,
because they were very much shown in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were that was heavy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What aspect in the book would you not like to see in the show? If they did put it in the show, could it still be successful? I didn't want to see her die. I thought there was this twist. I thought there was a version of the book that had an extended epilogue where she was still alive. My sister said I'm delusional. But I swear to God that exists. So please let me know if I'm delusional or not. But if it doesn't exist, that should have been what happened. Where she didn't actually kill herself. She actually it was fake, and everyone just needed to be put on blast. Put on there, arrested. The principal should have been fired and stuff like that. Yeah. But I don't think that she would have ended up with as many friends as she had. Yeah. If she came back after spoiling everybody's tea. Okay?
That's true.
Should they have continued the show after the first season even though there weren't any more books?
Nope.
No. Okay. So for Courtney, the Gossip Girl, based on the book and summary, would you have wanted this to become a TV show or a movie?
Oh, absolutely. A TV show. I was so excited.
It was necessary.
When I found out that they were making a TV show, because, yes, I am that old, I was amped. And but I was also young, so, like, I also had to be like, my parents are definitely not going to let me watch this. I gotta watch this in secret. Literally.
Based on the TV show, was this a successful adaptation and was it enjoyable?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. I've watched it so many times. I can't even tell.
What aspect of the books would you like to see the most in the show? And if they didn't put it in the show, was it still good?
I read the books so long ago. I literally read them in like 7th grade. So I don't remember entirely, but I do remember that it was a very close adaptation. And I mean, I loved everything that they put in the show. There was some things that I feel like they could have gone without. But just like if they dragged on like a drama that was happening or something like that. Also, I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on this one, but I fucking hate Vanessa, so could done without her, honestly. That was
she's a Spanish girl?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no one she's not very well loved.
I bet.
In the fandom.
I think the part where Serena's brother is in the mental hospital
Oh,
in the first
yes.
season, I
Yes.
don't think that was necessary. Like, we barely
Yeah.
know Serena already. Like, this doesn't
Yeah.
seem like
I think the only reason why that was in there is because that was the reason that she came back from boarding
right.
school.
It
Yeah.
just was like, oh, okay, like,
Mhm.
alright. What aspect in the book would you not like to see in the show? If they did put it in the show, could it still be successful?
I don't really remember too much of the books, unfortunately.
Boo.
I gotta reread it.
That's going to have
this
to
is
be
my
on your
sign.
TBR now.
This is my sign to do a reread.
What do you think of the newer version of the show? You know how they just did that new one?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, they did cancel it. So.
I won't even watch it. Be so for real.
Yeah.
You can't remake that. You can't remake that. That's like, no.
Even like the actors, the way that they corresponded with each other, they all still love each other. Even though Blake Lively is
Blake Lively is under fire right now. But that's like with Mean Girls when they tried to make like the plastics. Like, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
So for the next one, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We both read it. I watched a couple of episodes. Based on the book and summary, would you have wanted this to become a TV show or a movie?
I feel like it could have been a movie.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think three movies.
3 movies
for the series.
Yeah, I think 3 movies would have been good.
Thrillers don't really need to be a TV show.
Yeah. Especially if they're not even keeping the same.
Yeah. Based on the TV show, was this a successful adaptation? Was it enjoyable? No, and I would have to finish it to see if I enjoyed it. So, What aspect of the book would you like to see the most in the show? Definitely, her boyfriend.
Yeah,
I love him.
I know.
Sal's brother.
Yeah,
he was perfect.
So cute.
And the twist of Andy, who actually killed Andy, and the twist of the dad kidnapping that other girl.
Yes.
That needs to be in there. And where Kara tries to kill Pip too, that needs to be in there. If it's not in there, we're going to have issues.
Yep.
What aspect in the book would you not like to see in the show where they killed the dog? That's so traumatizing. I know he set him free, but like, god damn it, the dog.
I know.
The dog.
Oh my god, no, actually.
Do you think all of the books need to be incorporated into the show? I think if they just finish after the first one, it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to do it with all 3 just because they have them.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to do it that way, but I feel like they don't. Yeah, they don't need to.
Yeah, if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. The third one, especially, if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. Yeah. I would like to see them do, like, a little mini episode of Killjoy, though.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good novella. Yeah. And then for Pretty Little Liars, did you read them?
No, I did not read them.
You only watched it?
I only watched it.
So based off of that, based on the summary, would this be a series you would want to read? Why or why not? I think I would enjoy it more.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I would enjoy it more if I read it.
Yeah. Would the show have been good if they didn't, like, incorporate... Like, if they didn't keep switching do you think it would have been better or no?
I think it definitely would have been better. It got to the point where I wanted to stop watching it because they were doing that, but at that point I was so far in that I was just like, got to see it through. But
got to see it through.
Yeah, but
I think Mona being A made the most sense, and then they just kept changing it.
Right,
that's Mona, what, and then the blind girl.
Yes,
I think those made the most sense. Even Toby would make sense as A, and I know Toby was A for like 2 hot seconds, but like, anybody else, it just didn't make sense. I think it was Allison's like estranged sister.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, it was like some weird shit, and I was like,
the
why?
girls have nothing to do with you. Why are you so pressed? That
right
made no sense. Okay, so that was topic number 1, and it's questions. The next topic is TV shows, adaptions that were TV shows and movies, but we're only going to talk about the TV shows today. So the first one is Mortal Instruments. This was it was a movie first. I feel like they do this a lot, where it was a movie and the movie wasn't successful enough to do a second one, so then they try to do a TV show. Okay. So the first one is Mortal Instruments, and on the TV show is on Clary's birthday. She discovers that she has like a whole new different side of herself. She's a teenager who she's not who she thinks she is. She comes from a long life of human angel hybrids called shadow hunters who hunt demons After her mom is kidnapped, Clary is thrust into the world of demon hunting. Clary relies on mysterious Jace and fellow hunters Isabella and Alec to help her navigate the dark world while living in this new world among creatures like vampires and werewolves. Clary's best friend Simon helps her uncover answers that could help her find her mother. The fantasy show is based on the series of young adult books by Cassandra Clare. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Based off of this, I would read it. I would watch it and read it.
Yeah, I would watch it.
And I have done both.
Yeah. I would watch that and read that for sure. I haven't, but I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vampire Academy, book 1 specifically, because that's the only one that's gotten a movie and a TV show. They have not continued. They canceled both. So Lisa, a royal vampire, and her best friend and protector Rose navigate romance, class politics, ancient magic at their boarding school, St. Vladimir's Academy. As Rose trains to be a guardian, a mysterious bond develops between the two friends. They must work together to decipher it all while facing threats like the bloodthirsty and undead Strigoi. I mean, I would read it and watch it based off of this.
Yeah.
But this is not what the book gives. Okay,
Yeah.
they already have that bond. It didn't just develop when they went back to school. They had it already before they left the school. And the Strigoi really aren't that important in this first book, so I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, you just know that they exist, but that's really it.
The only time you really see a Strigoi is Natalie at the
end. Yeah.
A series of unfortunate events. It was a movie first, and then they made it into a TV show. The TV show is completed, and I would know because I watched it. It's chef's kiss. Oh, by the way, for Vampire Academy, I watched the movie, didn't see the TV show.
Okay.
Did you watch either?
I haven't watched either.
The movie is much better. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
And we read the first book and the second book at this point.
Yep.
So for our series of unfortunate events, I have not read any of the books.
I have not either.
I own all of the books. They are on a very extended list of my TBR. Maybe next year, because there's like 13 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So, maybe. I watched the movie and I watched the entire TV show.
I haven't seen either.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that movie is ancient, so
I know.
I watched it when it came out when I was a child, so it was pretty good. And then when they came out with a TV show, I was like, I definitely am gonna watch this right now.
I feel like I would watch the TV show.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It has Patrick, so it's pretty good. I know he's gay, but like he's Patrick.
Yeah.
He's won awards. That's Patrick, okay? The series follows the tragic tale of 3 orphans, Violet, Klaus, and Sunny, who are investigating their parents' mysterious deaths. The siblings are saddled with an evil guardian named Count Olaf, who will do whatever it takes to get his hands on the Baudelaire's inheritance. Violet, Klaus, and Sunny must outsmart Olaf at every turn, foiling devious plans and disguises. The series is based on the best-selling series of books by Lemony Snickett, and it is fantastic. I don't know, based off of this, I would read it, though.
I don't think I would. Yeah, and I think that's why I just never really got into watching the movie or watching the TV show or reading it. It's just because it didn't really like hook me in. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Even like the trailers and stuff, they're kind of like mid, but the show, the mysteries of it is really interesting. They're more for kids though than anything else. And then the last one is The Lightning Thief / Percy Jackson. It got 2 movies, then they canceled it, and then now it's a TV show that just finished wrapping up season 2. And you know I'm gonna read it and watch it. So I have not watched the new TV show. I loved the movies, and I don't care if I get hate for that because everyone, just like they hated Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, these are underrated just like that, so I don't care. Yeah. It says a 12-year-old modern demigod, Percy Jackson, is coming to terms with his newfound divine powers when the sky god Zeus accuses him of stealing his master lightning bolt. With his friend's help, Percy must restore order to Olympus. This description gives absolutely nothing, but because I'm a Greek mythology girl, I'm definitely going to watch it and read it, so it doesn't matter to me. And I have. Yeah. So.
I know. I feel like I have to. I haven't seen it. I haven't read it, but I feel like at this point, I have to.
Out of principle?
Yeah, out of principle, out of respect for you.
That summary really doesn't give anything at that point. Just watch the movie.
Yeah.
But I will say I did watch a couple of episodes of the TV show and it wasn't similar at all, and I was getting pissed off, so I had to stop watching it.
I do remember you saying that.
I only watched the first episode and I was like, no, this is not the same. Who is bamboozling us into thinking that this is correct? Because it's not the same. I do like that they named the episodes off of the chapters. So, like, the first episode starts with the chapter 1's name.
Yeah.
And then, like, when it ends, the next chapter, say it starts on chapter 7, that would be episode 2 title. So that way you know what chapters you need to have read by then.
Got you.
So, we're going to do some questions. For Mortal Instruments, based on the book and summary, would you have wanted this to become a TV show or a movie? Saying is how I like the movie more. I'm going to say a movie.
Okay.
The TV show, I understand, like, this is a 7-book series.
Okay.
There's 7 of them motherfuckers. But the movie was just done better.
Okay.
Than the TV show.
Yeah.
And I really can't stand the TV show. I think it has more to do with the actors themselves than the TV show.
Like, they didn't cast it right?
Yeah, the girl that plays Carrie pisses me off.
Yeah, that'll screw it up.
Based on the TV show, was this a successful adaptation? I think I just,
Yeah.
What aspect of the book would I like to see the most in the show? If they didn't put it in the show, would the show still be successful? I think the most important part is everything she has to go through to find her mom again and find out who her dad actually is, which is, honestly, these people have, like, bad detective skills. I swear to God, these people always take forever to find out the truth, and it really is pissing me off.
Yeah.
But I think the most important part they would have to put is how she figures out where the cup is hidden. And they do that, so I guess a win's a win, alright?
A win's a win.
What aspect in this book would I not like to see in the show? Ugh, I hate that after this book they try to play off that Clary and Chase are siblings because they're fucking not, okay? And then they're still in love with each other. It's kind of giving, like, in the Fosters TV show.
Yes.
Ugh, okay. Alright. That's just nasty. And do you think all of the books need to be incorporated into the TV show? Yes. The important part is that you follow the process, and they don't do that.
Right.
They just keep tangling it up and doing whatever they want. And at this point, just make a new show.
Right.
Just have it similar to the book. Don't make it about the book. I'm done with this. Okay, for Vampire Academy. Based on the book and summary, would you have wanted this to become a TV show or a movie?
I mean, I know you said that you liked the movie better, but I could see it as being a good TV show.
That's why it got canceled.
That's why it got canceled?
Yep, it was so good.
Yeah, I mean...
sarcastic.
Well, I know. That's why I was like, wait, what? I thought you said it got canceled. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would have... We also haven't finished the series, too, so I don't know. But, I mean... A movie makes sense. The first one would have been okay as either or, but as you go into the second one, that bitch definitely needs to be a movie. Yeah, that's probably why. Because, like I said, we haven't read all of them yet. So, yeah.
Based on the TV show, was this a successful adaptation or was it enjoyable? We have not watched it, so that is a not yet. Can't give you an answer. What aspect of the book would you like to see the most in the show? I need to see their bond. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I kind of wish that we got more before when it started. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the accident. Yeah, like I want to see the. I want to see the accident. If they didn't put it in the show, could the show still be successful? I think yeah. Yeah, they could. What aspect in the book would you not like to see in the show? The brother and the Mia situation. I don't think I could see that in the show. Yeah. It's important, but not really. It could just be like regular high school beef that they got. That she just doesn't like her. That's it. I feel like the thing that I would not like, which obviously would have to be in there, was like all the animals getting killed. Yeah, that's so sad. Like, that's I would not want to see that on the TV. Do you think all the books need to be incorporated into the Vampire Academy TV show?
I don't know, because we haven't read all of them yet.
Okay, that's true. For the two that we did read, do you
For the-
think they need to be incorporated?
I feel like it would go back to where it should just be the movie, because I don't know, the second book,
It just needs to be a movie.
Yeah.
For a series of unfortunate events, I'm just gonna skip because neither of us have really like gone into it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lightning Thief, I'm also just gonna skip.
Because we know your thoughts.
Yeah. For upcoming adaptions, Harry Potter, the movies are being turned into a TV show. That does not need to happen.
Yeah, that does not need to happen.
The Twisted series by Anna Hong is going to be on Netflix. Hold on, hold your thoughts.
I'm holding my thoughts.
They Both Die at the End is going to be on Netflix, and I'm very interested to see how they're going to do that because there's a third book now.
Mm.
I don't care for.
And they also tell you what happens.
They both die at the
end in the title. So, okay.
Happy Place by Emily Henry is going to be on TV on Netflix.
A movie?
No, a TV show.
Oh, okay.
On Netflix. The Knock 'Em Out series is going to be on Prime. I think Prime is probably the best streaming service to do it. I think it would be much better if it was a movie, though, because the TV show can drag out like them damn books did.
Yeah, definitely.
Fourth Wing is getting made into a TV show by Amazon.
Okay.
The Deal is going to be turned into a TV show by Prime.
Okay.
Girl Abroad, which is also Elle Kennedy, it's one of her other series, is going to be a TV show by A24. And Ninth House is by Leah Bardugo. It's going to be on Prime, a TV show.
Okay.
So, are you interested in seeing any of these adaptions?
Well, okay. Fourth Wing I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I would say. The Deal.
Absolutely.
Which is funny, because I said that one in one of my later questions. I feel like those two really stick out to me. I know so many people love Emily Henry, so I feel like that could be good, but I also haven't read anything by her.
I feel like she's one of those, because she's been dropping so many books back to back now that they overhyped her, and I'm scared to read her.
Right, and now I'm like scared of that type of thing happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you?
I want to see the Twisted series. I think we harshed it, like we judged it too harshly.
Yeah.
Because we read it like literally with everything the fuck else that was exactly the same.
Yeah, with the Dreamlands and stuff.
So I am excited to see it, as long as it's not like very long. And then for the Knock 'Em Out series, I think I would like to see it, as long as it's not dragged out, because the plot twist, especially for the first one, was really, really good.
Yeah.
It just needs to be better than the book. And of course, Fourth Wing and The Deal, I am excited to see those.
Yeah.
Do you think any of these can be skipped?
I feel like we didn't really get into... Is Ninth House the one? No, Ninth House isn't the one that we tried and we read like 5 chapters of. No.
Ninth House is her Dark Academia series.
Got you. I wouldn't say any really are worth skipping.
Yeah. I think maybe just Harry Potter, because
Harry Potter, because that just seems like stupid.
And They Both Die at the End.
Yeah, and that one too.
They both die at
those two.
The end. So.
I wonder what happens.
Which one are you most excited to see? I'm gonna guess The Deal. I need to see who they cast.
Yeah, I would have to see have to see the cast for that first. I would say also Fourth Wing too, but I would have to be done right. You know what I mean? We haven't read it obviously, but just knowing the genre that it is, that's one of those things where it has to be done right.
Okay. And then which ones are you hoping will be great? Obviously, those two.
Those two, yeah.
And then which ones are you hoping to be terrible? I feel like I'm hoping the Knock 'Em Out is also terrible.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck gave this girl money?
Yeah, I feel like that just did not... There's so many other books that could have been
an adaptation.
Yeah. That could have gotten that opportunity.
And then our second to last topic is books we'd love to see as a TV show and which streaming services we would like them to belong to.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your first one?
I mean, I feel like I had to take an obvious pick in this one.
Mm-hmm. Avatar?
Yeah.
I hate that they canceled it.
I hate it. And I wanted HBO to do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like HBO, they killed Game of Thrones. They did really great, besides the last season.
Mhm.
But, like, I feel like they could have done it amazing.
I think HBO, Prime, or Amazon, which is Prime,
Yeah.
or Hulu could have done a good job.
Yeah.
I don't think Netflix
I would
could
not
have
have
done a good
wanted.
job.
I would not want Netflix to do it.
Yeah. I picked the Alliance series and the Sin series.
I have the Alliance series on my list.
Just, I would love if Hulu or Max picked these up.
I put HBO for the Alliance as well.
My goodness. They do adaptions so well. They're the most open to rated R action stuff rather than Netflix.
Exactly, that too.
And Amazon would also be good, but the men of both series and the mafia aspect of them are really enjoyable, so I'd like to see them on the TV screen.
I also put the Alliance. I did.
So good. Especially the Alliance.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not seeing the Sin series.
I would see the Sin series too.
I would watch it, but I'm okay. If they had to pick one,
if they had to pick one, it would be the Alliance for sure.
The next one I put was The Marriage Auction. These books were written so perfect for TV. It has the 5 couples.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. It's not something you could do in a movie. It's not something you could do it shortly. It's something that would have to be episodes.
Yeah. I picked the Lord series.
Of course, man. Oh my god.
And I had to say HBO had to pick it up because
they have to. They're
like
the only ones.
They're the only ones that would go there.
Yeah.
So I would love. I would hope the casting would be really good on it. Like that's the only thing that would make me kind of nervous. Because I feel like there's such a. Everyone kind of really agrees on how they look. So, yeah.
I feel like the models that are on the covers should literally just play the men.
Yeah, literally.
I forgot to say, but I put Prime or Netflix needs to pick up The Marriage Auction.
Got you.
And then I put The Lunar Chronicles.
So did I!
It's so good.
So did I!
And I think Disney would be perfect for
it.
It's obviously literally about fairy tales, so I think Disney would be perfect for it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I put that too.
And then the last one I put was the Zodiac Academy, which surprised me.
Okay.
Because the books are just so fucking big that I'm not going to read them. Yeah. So it needs to be picked up into a TV show or a movie for me to finally understand why everyone loves it so much.
That's a good one.
And I put Prime or Hulu need to pick that up. Because apparently they're very intense.
My last one is the Off-Campus series because I did not know that it was... I didn't know it was getting brought into a show already. So
they're so good.
Yeah.
And then for the books I would hate to see as TV shows and why. The first one I picked was the Never After series. It doesn't give TV. There's no connection between the books whatsoever. So we would abandon the characters after one season and it would be awful. Yep. So Hooked, Scarred, Wretched, Twisted Cross, all of those, I could not see them as a TV show.
Yeah, I agree.
Which one did you pick?
My first one was Knock 'Em Out. I didn't know they were making it.
That's hilarious.
I literally put it on there.
That's okay. That's your opinion.
That's why I made that face when you said it.
The next one I put is the I Am Number 4 series. It's already a movie, and the movie was good, even though people don't like it. I actually do enjoy it. So I think that if it was a TV show, it would get dragged out. A movie is perfect. It's sci-fi. It was good.
Yeah. My next one I put was the Twisted series.
This is so funny. That's your opinion.
I mean, but I didn't know that they were actually making these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but like again, like you said, like we just really, I honestly just went shot for shot on all the series that we just were bored with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The next one I picked is The Last Letter. I could not see that as a TV show.
Yeah.
If I invested more than 2 hours to get into these characters, because every episode would have to be like 30-40 minutes, and it would have to be at least 8 episodes long. If I invested all that time into these characters to be so devastated at the end, I would kill myself. I'm not gonna lie. That's so dark. I would hurt myself.
Yeah. I don't even blame you.
What happens in the end is not for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
I don't even blame you. The next one I put was the Dreamland Billionaires series.
I actually, thinking back to those books, I think I'm gonna read them again because I do like
You
them.
think we were too harsh?
Yeah, I think we just read them literally with fine
just
print.
read too much.
We would find those three and Twisted and Knock 'em Out. It was just too much.
I know.
And
that's
TikTok
why that
did their stupid TikTok thing.
That's why that trio just really fucking killed me.
Yeah, and then the Never After series too.
Yeah.
TikTok is not our friend.
Yeah.
The next one I put was 1,000 Boy Kisses. I think this would be great as a Prime movie, like My Fault, but I don't think it would be good as a TV show.
Yeah. For me, the next one I put was Pucking Around. I did not read the second one, which you said was better.
It doesn't even really connect to the first one.
I feel like it just, I feel like it would just be like, again, those books were dragged out. Like, I feel like the show would just be like, what are we really going towards? Like, what is the end goal here?
Yeah. And then the last one I put is the Never King series.
Really?
They would have to cut out all the smut.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. They can't do that with this book. They would have to cut out all of the smut, the inappropriate goodness, and it would ruin it entirely. This book is made for reading in the sheets and not for the screen. And that's exactly what I wrote.
Yeah. My last one I put, so I put After the series, and that's because the movies were so terrible.
They are so bad. They're so the first one and second one were good. The rest of them, what the fuck happened?
They were like changing the cast every time.
Kimberly is like 6 different people.
Like not even picking people that look anywhere remotely close to each other.
Landon went from white to black.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Who did this? Who decided this? And like, you would think, maybe like different production company. No, the same production company.
It's because the side characters, they weren't important enough to make sure their schedule lined up. Besides Zed and like Molly, I think those are like the only two who consistent.
Stayed. Yeah. So that just scares me for the TV series.
Okay, guys. That is our triple episode feature for you guys. Obviously, you're probably not going to get all of these in one weekend. But, we filmed them, as you can see, in one sitting.
Yep.
So, the next episodes are going to be A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We're going to talk about the trilogy plus the novella Killjoy. And then after that is going to be our May reads and our wrap-up. And then right after that will be our May Author of the Month. We probably won't tell you what we're featuring at this point because I don't even know what I've got down. So
yeah, we'll let you know next time.
Yeah, well, it needs to wait for you guys to ask questions, but we'll let you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll post something somewhere.
Keep your eye on our socials.
Maybe, probably not. I forget that those things exist sometimes. But I'm Ashley.
I'm Courtney,
and this was Bliss and Chicks. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.